Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys, Tampa. FarahandFarah.com. Stream your favorite shows at theboneonline.com. Download the free Bone app or catch us on the TuneIn app. 102.5 The Bone. Available everywhere. Real Raw Radio.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
From the Autoglass America studios, it's the Mike Calta After Show. Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
What's going on? This is Happy Hoppe filling in on the Mike Calta After Show in for Carmen, who is on vacation in Mexico. And I'm going to get right into it. Last week, I had a man-to-man talk with John Brennan in his office. It went very well. And he came up with an idea for me that I thought was very good, so I did it. And he said that when I do the after show, or if I do a fill-in show, that I should have a poll. And I should get the results and then talk about it later on in the week. So last week, the poll would have been, hey, do you think Will Smith should have punched Chris Rock? This week, it's one that's not very relevant when it comes to like anything going on in the news, but I think it's relevant when it goes to everybody's life. And I put it up at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you got 1 hour left to vote for it. And to me, it also represents just my life, 50% yes, 50% no. The poll at Ryan Hoppe Radio says, do you have a social media addiction? And 50% said yes, and 50% said no. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are checking your phone and you are checking your social media over and over again, you are addicted to it. Now, you might not view the addiction as equivalent as, like, let's say booze or alcohol or sex. But if you have to look at it all day long, you are addicted. For example, let me explain my addiction, because I am sincerely addicted to it. Back, I think it was October 2nd, my girlfriend's mom came over, and it was during like Halloween, so we went to go look at pumpkins, and then we went to Hooters for lunch, which was a great day. And I remember I was at Hooters and I wanted to take a picture of my chicken wings that I bought, and Facebook was down. And that was the day that Facebook was down for like 9 hours. And it was like I had this epiphany that I was letting social media run my life. Because the life that you see right in front of you with your open eyes and what you smell and what you're doing, that's your real life. Social media is not real life. So I want to hear from the neighbors out there. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. And then at the end of the show, I will check in with the poll. So here are signs that you are addicted to social media. And if you have any tips out there, for me, when I'm watching a show like Power or I'm watching a show like Ozark, I will just put my phone in the other room. And I try to limit my screen time to just 4 hours a day. Because I swear, my anxiety and my mindset on life, I can be grumpy as hell. Like, there's times, and I know you guys out there listening do this, you don't even realize what you're doing. You're not in the moment. And I've been reading this book by Darren Hardy, who created Success Magazine, and he said that you go through life just making decisions, having no idea that you're actually doing it, because you're sleepwalking through life. So in his book, The Compound Effect, it says that every single decision that you do, every single choice that you do leads up to your current moment. So if you text and drive and then you get into a car crash, all of a sudden you're going to have to deal with the insurance company, you're going to have to deal with this and that. Or if you just would have put your phone down, you would have gone home and had a great dinner. Or knocking up a girl if you wore a condom or did different methods. So every single decision you do leads up. So for me, if I'm on my phone all day It makes me grumpy. It makes me irritable. I'm a complete douchebag for no reason to my girlfriend. And then I come in the next morning with a rotten attitude to the Mike Calta show, which I've done in the past, like last Friday. And literally, all you have to do is make sure that each decision is correct and you are good. So I didn't look at my phone all last night. I watched NBA. I cuddled with my girlfriend, quote unquote cuddle. We hung out. I went to bed meditating, and I was in a better mood today, and the show went well. So 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. Sign number 1. You check your mobile phone every few minutes for any notification on Facebook, Twitter, and such. And the scariest thing is, now that I'm watching more TV, trying to be in the moment, I want to post about what I'm watching, and then I'm literally taking my mind off of what I'm into. Because honestly, none of you out there that follow at Ryan Hoppe Radio care that I'm watching Power or care that I have an opinion on the NBA. What? It's going to get read on whose tweet is it anyway? That's the only reach it has. Nobody cares that I think that Trae Young is a good basketball player for the Atlanta Hawks. When you keep your fandom to yourself and you don't share it with other people when it's not necessary, you actually end up being a fan of what you're watching more. Because then, let's say this. I post, I'm watching Power. And somebody goes, that show sucks. You have a bad taste in entertainment. And then all of a sudden, you're not going to enjoy it as much because you're self-conscious. There's things in life that you need to keep to yourself. And the more you do that, and the more anonymous you are on social media, and the less you post, the more people will want to hang with you. Remember Foursquare 10 years ago when you would let everybody know where you were going? You're like, I just went to Jimmy John's. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that. Now everybody wants to be quiet. And do you notice when you're quiet that things go better? 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. Sign number 2. You think your world is over when you have no internet access or when Twitter, Facebook, and other social media is down. I have this weird paranoia when social media is down. Not that I think that people are going to be like, oh my God, I need to see Ryan Hoppe's post. But I really need to back up everything that I've put on my Facebook over the last 10 years. It's like a photo album mixed with me promoting my podcast. And if my account were to get shut down, I would lose pictures that would never be back again. I wish there was a feature, when you download a zip file and then you export it and then all of a sudden you have all the files from something. I wish you could do that with Facebook, because then all of a sudden you wouldn't have to worry if it were to come crashing down. But honestly, not having access to Twitter is fine. I love Twitter. I've had my account for 12 years. And it's not even the negativity that gets to me. It's more you post something and you're like, who cares? Do you care? No. I mean, you're following me and I'm grateful for that. But I'm just thinking in layman's terms. I'm thinking why would you care that I'm watching the show? Or why would you care that I have a hot girlfriend? Let's see what this call is from. It's from the A13. Hi, you're on the air.
What's going on, Hoppe? It's Eric.
What up?
Hey, man, I just wanted to say I'm on your side here, brother. I actually haven't looked at any social media. No Instagram, no Facebook, no nothing for over 2 months now. And it's actually changed everything, dude. It really does.
And what'd you say your name was again?
Eric.
Now, Eric, I want to ask you this. Do you have those moments, though, where you're thinking about how nobody's checking it and they're missing you? Or have you been able to train your brain completely to not miss it? Because that's what I need help from you, man, is how do you make sure that when you're not on it, that you're not thinking about it? Because if you're thinking about it but you're not on it, you're essentially on social media in a weird way.
Right. It does take a little bit to actually not think about it because, of course, you see something cool, you want to take a picture of it, you want to show it to everybody. Or, you're doing something cool and, you want to tell everybody about it. I've been to Lightning games, I've been to, the Reggae Rise Up, I did all that stuff. I got pictures and videos of all of it, but I haven't showed it to no one, man. I haven't uploaded it to nothing. And, it just changes your outlook on everything, man. It makes you realize, what is actually important. And like you said, man, people don't care that you're here or there. And, you do have to get through the FOMO, the fear of missing out. What are you missing out on here or there? But man, it really does change everything, man. It puts a little pep in your step, and
Yeah.
it puts things in mind for you of what's really important.
So what did you do for those 2 months? Is this a thing that's going on now, or did it end?
Oh no, I'm still not on it, man. I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. And man, I can't really explain how I got over it. I just kind of kept my mind off of it. You know, I'm reading books more. I'm reading, Tony Robbins books and books on the law of the back end and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually into a lot of the same things you're in, man. You know, we're on like the exact same wavelength right now. But yeah, I kept my mind busy that way, and then it just kind of faded out. You know, now I don't care who's on Facebook or Instagram. I don't care who's looking at my pictures. You know, whatever.
And for me, if it's the audiobooks I listen to, if it's The Law of Attraction with The Secret, or Byron Katie, or Darren Hardy, or Gary Vee, or Tony Robbins, Spanish said it best to me at Dude Night like 4 months ago. He's like, it's bad when it becomes cultish, where everybody bows down to them. Because I asked Spanish what he thought of Gary Vee and them, and he said it just bothers him when it becomes kind of a cult. And that's what you really got to be careful of, Eric. And I'm not saying this to you, I'm saying this to everybody, that when you begin to bow down to these people and you think their opinions is like God, that's when it's like, okay, you should take about 70% of what's in the self-help books, but use the other 30%, maybe even 50-50, and form your own opinion. When you begin to rely on them, that's when you're not making choices for yourself. You're making choices because you want to be as successful as the author.
That's exactly right, man. And the best tip is just like you said earlier, to be mindful, man. You know, be in the present, because when you're depressed, you're too focused on the past. You know, when you're anxious, you're too focused on the future. And neither one of those are real. You know, neither one of those actually exist. The only thing that's real is right here, right now, in this moment. And that's best to just be mindful of that and to stop worrying about the past or the future and just, be here.
Every time I've been certain about what was going to happen in my future, there's times I kind of make a guess and I'm usually right, kind of. But every time, bro, I've said that I was certain about something that was going to happen, it never happened. Every time I went, oh, they're going to be mad at me, or this is going to explode or whatever, nothing has ever happened. So it pretty much tells you that you have to be in the present. Now, my man, before I let you go, do you have any fun plans today?
No, I'm actually just working today, man. I'm actually on my way to Clearwater Beach to fix somebody's air conditioner.
Well, my man, I appreciate you listening. I love all Bone listeners, but my favorite ones are the ones that are driving around all day. And the fact that you called in and I entertained you, it means a lot. So thank you, Eric.
No problem, man. Like I said, I think me and you would hang out and be pretty good couple.
Hell yeah, bro. Message.
Have a good day, brother.
You too. Message me on social media. I'm available at all times, usually.
I'm not on social media.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that. Thank you, sir. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. See, Eric's more present than me. He just told me for 5 minutes why social media is bad, and then my social media addiction was like, no, can we be friends on there? And it's just, I got to work on my listening. I will listen to this call from the 813. Hi, you're on the air.
What's up, Hoppe? It's Joe. How you doing, man?
What's happening, brah?
Not a whole lot. I just I wanted to give you a call and give you some advice as far as like how to kind of keep social media out of your mind if you are trying to back off of it. I'm like in kind of the same boat as Eric. I am back on social media, but I've severely started to like monitor what I do there, just because, like you said, you know, you see one notification or whatever, you flip your phone open, boom, and then all of a sudden you're in the rat hole and you're going to be there for longer than just what it takes you to view what happened. So I've turned off my notifications for Facebook, not Twitter, just because I don't get that many notifications there anyway, but Facebook and Instagram, I just turned my notifications off, man, because if you have noticed, you know, the whole Facebook algorithm is designed to keep you engaged. And if they notice that you're not logged on, they're going to send you a notification just so you get that little red blip on your phone, and it makes you want to open it. And then you open it, and what do you realize? It says, oh, blah, 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 posted a picture.
Yeah.
Have anything to do with you. You know what I mean?
And the thing, too, is It's like taking a 5-hour energy shot. It's just immediate. It's immediate energy. It's immediate endorphins, but then it goes away after 5 minutes. And to me, I get the same rush of a positive social media response when I go to the gym. The only difference is that's actually positive endorphins, and then the other part is you're working on your body and you're not like laying on the couch looking at social media. Like, I think Yes, I think, bro, every single person should go to the gym. Now, if you're going to do deadlifts or if you're just going to do the treadmill for 5 minutes, there's something about getting out of your house. Because, like, I'm very fortunate. I have a home gym at my apartment near the front office. And I don't like going there because I'm just walking across the parking lot. And then it's like I'm at home. But something about putting your clothes in your bag and then going to the gym and driving there. It's like, it makes you feel productive. You know what I mean?
It's therapeutic, man. I can definitely agree with that. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. That's just some food for thought if you are thinking about trying to get off social a little bit.
No.
Just turn those notifications off and it'll be out of sight, out of mind, brother. All right?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. From the 727. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hell yeah, it's Fritz. My man.
Well, I heard you, and I had to call in and give you some props, bro.
I love some props, but a lot of people that are indifferent about me or just listening have heard the same ass kissing over and over. So what do you have to say about the topic that social media and everything's running the world? Because I'm pretty sure, because I know you are going blind, and I'm pretty sure when you send me those delightful Facebook messages that's from somebody else. Am I correct?
Well, I do have my sister run my stuff,
Yeah.
you know, but I tell her what to say.
Well, you're a very nice guy because the messages you have sent me have been very nice. But what I want to ask you is there a part of you that wishes you could post? Or do you kind of feel, I don't want to say fortunate about your situation, but do you feel kind of like, oh, well, that puts less pressure that I really can't post on my own, so you're more in the moment drinking beer or listening to The Bone?
Well, no, man. If I could do it myself, dude, it'd be scathing.
What would you post? What would be in the mind of Fritz? What would be what would get you canceled? What would get you in trouble? Or would you post motivation?
Oh, motivation, of course.
Motivate me. I'm very tired right now. I've been up since 4:50. I love my life. The morning show went good today. So give me some motivation. I need to be motivated.
Because you're starting to achieve your dream, and you sound very good on the radio.
Thank you.
So, I mean, just keep going, dude. I mean, you're fine. You're fine. A lot of people like you, bro.
I appreciate that. You know what I think you should do? And I am being incredibly sincere when I say this. You should do audiobooks about like the law of attraction or being positive or something, because that just made me feel good, and you have a good voice. So I think you take back 4 to 7 beers and then just record something and post it. And I can even help you make it a podcast and be like life advice from Fritz.
It's funny too, because I hear myself on replays, and to me I sound totally annoying.
That's the thing. The happiest people that give out the nicest compliments never do it for themselves. So you just said the nicest things to me in front of millions of people that are listening to The Bone. Why don't you say that about yourself? Why don't you say, Fritz is great, Fritz is a funny guy, and he has good taste in beer, I think. Why don't you talk good about yourself? If you're going to talk good about the shows on The Bone and me, talk good about yourself, man. Love yourself.
Hey, I sure appreciate the sentiment.
Yes, sir.
And I always love hearing you on the radio, too.
Yeah. You should be my agent.
Your mentor.
Hell yeah, bro. Thank you for the call. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. We're going to go to a break real quick, but let me get to the one last call because appreciate the listeners that wait on hold. It's a real art to be patient because I don't have patience, but I like to go to them before the break. So this is from the 813. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, man, I'd just like to comment about the social media stuff.
What's happening?
Nothing. I mean, I kind of at a young age realized what those apps were doing to me, and I kind of got off them. I would say middle school. I'm 27 now, so I mean, I did grow up with them in the era of social media, and I feel good about myself personally. But I know a lot of my friends, haven't or can't get off apps, and these phones are smarter than us. They're more intellectual. They are able to control our emotions a little bit than we are. Make us feel things that we wouldn't necessarily feel on a day-to-day basis. So I think, it's just important for us to organically go find those in our real life and not just look into this black box for feeling, these emotions that they're pushing on us.
And
it's choreographed. It's all choreographed.
And your call just made me think of a greater point is I think what made social media cool 15 years ago, MySpace or the other ones I never used, LiveJournal and all that. I was too young for that, but I had a MySpace and I had a Facebook since 2007. And I think what made it fun was you could only use it if you were at home on a computer. There was never AIM. The messenger, that was never on a phone. It was only on a computer. And there was something kind of nice about going home and listening to LimeWire and listening to a song that took 4 hours to download and messaging your friends. And you had to wait to go home to see what was there. I think the fact that you can see it immediately and that we're just addicted to it, I think that's what's hurting our brain.
Yeah, everything's on demand now. You don't have to work for nothing. It's just given to you on a silver platter. And I think that's bad for our culture.
Well,
but that's my 2 cents. I appreciate it. I'm just going today, man.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. More votes have come in on my Twitter account at Ryan Hoppe Radio about this topic. Do you have a social media addiction? And now it's 55% no and 45% yes. So that's very good to hear. We will be right back on Happy Hour, filling in for Carmen, who is having a very well-deserved vacation in Mexico. We will be right back. We will be right back after this on Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.